Alright, at the time of filming, I have no idea when this video is going up. This video is my backup. Trying to get videos up during the summer quickly after I film, but I could see it just being impossible eventually and needing like a buffer. So I have a story to tell you about an Airbnb experience. Bad Airbnb experiences are getting more frequent, but I think it's going to be awesome for me and possibly for the videos. Short story, not staying in an Airbnb this summer. It looks like it's just going to be hotels on the strip. I got into Vegas in mid-March, went into Orleans, had a conversation with the guy who runs the room. When I was confident I'd be on the roster, I booked an Airbnb for the summer, the entire length of the Orleans series. It was a 53-day Airbnb reservation. I had been in the house before. It's very close to Orleans. I paid, the guy accepted the reservation, the guy accepted the money. I go to check in. Well, I guess it really starts like the day before. I check the instructions, how to get in the front door, how to get into my bedroom, things like that. All it says is ask the host, which is odd because I don't remember it saying that last time. So I message the host the day before, he doesn't answer. I go to the house anyway. The front door was not locked. Another guest opened the door. That guest told me the code for the lockbox on the porch. It's like, all right, I don't get why I couldn't get this information in advance, but I expect my bedroom key to be in there. There's no keys in the lockbox. My bedroom door is locked. Like, all this guy had to do was put my key in the doorknob to my bedroom. That's it. He had 2 months to figure this out. That's all he had to do. So he doesn't do it. So I'm messaging the host. He tells me he's in China and he left a woman he knows in charge. She claimed that she told me how to get in the house. First of all, I don't know how she would contact me. Like, this message with the host through Airbnb is the only contact I have with anybody about this Airbnb. So no, she lied. He gives me her phone number and I call her. English is not her first language, of course. And the only thing I could make out, she keeps asking me how much I'm paying, which I don't understand why it's relevant, and eventually I just hang up. All right, so before I even called that woman, I was losing confidence in this. I booked a night at Harrah's, which is where I'm standing right now. Booked one night, because at least one night, and then give me some time to figure things out. So I hang up on that woman. I'm driving to Harrah's. The host messages me and says, well, I said, like, you had 2 months to just put a key in a lockbox and you accepted the reservation and the money. This is unacceptable. I can't get into the bedroom. If not for this other guest, I wouldn't even be able to get into the house and the lockbox. I said I'm making other arrangements and I'm gonna call Airbnb and get my money back. So he says, no, you misunderstood that woman. She's giving you a better room. She's on her way to the house now. I turn around, I go back. This woman is there, massive piece of trash. She says, her English is so bad. She keeps asking me how much I paid, still don't know why it's relevant. It seems like until I give an answer, I'm not gonna get a key to any bedroom. So I say, this is why she's asking now. Now I understand. I reserved the room with too good of a price, too good for me. Too bad for her. She's been renting these rooms out, not using Airbnb, just like finding people off the street and taking cash, and people have been paying her a lot more than I paid on this reservation. So she's not giving me a room. She keeps telling me like I could stay in like this room for a few days, then that room for a few days, then that room for a few days, but people are coming who are gonna pay more money. They have priority. She's not using these words exactly, but I'm getting the gist of it now. So I eventually get the keys to bedroom number 7. Well, key singular, it was one key, but I get the key to bedroom number 7. Don't plan on staying there, but in case of like an emergency, like a backup plan, I have the key, I lock the door, she can't get in there now, I leave. I check in here at Harrah's and I call Airbnb support and explain to the guy what's going on. He said he needs to talk to the host directly. He'll call back after he talks to the host directly, but you know, if these things are true and that's the gist he gets from the host, then I'll get a full refund. I was never going to be out the entire amount. the way long reservations work, like even after you check in, you could like cancel. It's really an adjustment at that point, but you could get like the tail end money back. So I was never in doubt on getting like the final 23 days or so of my money back. And even if that worst case scenario happened, I was fine. I was not dealing with that anymore. I wasn't staying in that house. I'm not staying with that piece of garbage host and that piece of garbage like fake host woman. So while I'm on the phone with Airbnb support, I extended my stay in Harris, and I made the reservation for the following 11 days at Excalibur. So I'll do this like piecemeal all summer, but so I had reservations now for like the next 15 days or so. I still have the key to bedroom number 7 in this terrible place, and this truck feels the need to drive like an inch away from me over here. So I have to go back to this house now for like the 3rd time, and I put the keys in the front door, took a picture for proof, and left. So came back to Harris then, a lot of driving around. And this was right after the MGM promo tournament. I remember saying in that video, I'm gonna check in, and I have a long reservation, and it's gonna be stable for a while. So it's not gonna be as stable, but the rooms will be better and it'll be closer. Interesting, because I booked that Airbnb when I thought I'd be working only at Orleans, and now it's going to be mostly Planet Hollywood, so I'm going to be on the Strip anyway. So yeah, of course it's going to be more expensive staying on the Strip non-stop for like 7 weeks. I estimated it'll probably be about $2,000 more. However, directly save some money. I'm not going to be driving nearly as much. Going to be a lot of days where I don't drive anywhere. Staying at Harris, staying at Excalibur, working in PH, work the occasional day in Paris at the series. I won't be driving any of those days. Yeah, 2 shifts a week at least, an occasional 3 shifts a week at Orleans. It's not far. So save some money directly in gas. Also, it could help me get an extra shift, because what was probably going to happen on Wednesdays, work at Orleans, and then the house was so close, probably just that's the end of it. Go back to the house, go to sleep. If I'm coming to the Strip anyway to like stay at Harris, probably work at Orleans early Wednesday and then come work a shift at the series at Paris, as we're allowed to as PH dealers. So knowing, even though I'll be tired, knowing my room is so close, and when I'm done it's just like a short walk and I could go to sleep, probably get me an occasional extra shift at Paris. So make me some money indirectly like that. So yeah, definitely more money, but with the money it saves and the extra money it might make, might only actually be like $1,500 more over the course of like 7 weeks that I need to pay for this. But you know, it's not nothing. Like, I'm getting way better location, way better room, way better bed, things like that. So, and $1,500 just in a vacuum over 7 weeks, not that much. So alright, it'll be cool. Be kind of a baller move to just only stay on the Strip. Not like I'm like a pro athlete or anything, but only staying on the Strip during the summer while I'm dealing. Expect a lot of Excalibur, a lot of Harrods. I was looking at the Luxor rates, and you know, when I know, you'll know, but that was the point of me telling you this story. Not going to be in an Airbnb, going to be on the Strip literally every day. The only exception, I expect eventually a weekend to be crazy, like Friday, Saturday, back to back, like $350 nights. Really don't want to pay that much. I would check out the Four Queens. I have no idea what downtown weekend is, but I would check that out. If I need to pay a large rate on the Strip, there's like no way around it. At least do that. At least try to make that weekend be at a Caesars property, because at least I'll get the tier credit match. 1 tier credit for $1 spent on a hotel stay, and at least I'll get my Caesars status more quickly that way, because I don't even have platinum status for parking yet for next year, for 2026. So if I have to do it, at least do that. But yeah, we'll see what it's like, and expenses will be in the newsletter. We'll see what the month of June, the only full calendar month I'm going to be doing this, will cost me. But yeah, more time for filming, more time for dealing, more time for sleeping. So I'm getting something for my money. I'm not just out like $2,000, $2,500 or something like that. But yeah, got the full. Oh, did I not mention on the drive back from returning the keys, Airbnb support called, and I got the full refund. So that's nice. seemed like it was going that way as soon as I called, and I don't know what happened to this house because I've stayed there before, but it's fallen into disarray. And yeah, guess that's about it. So no clue when this video is going up, but if it's going up, it will eventually. When it goes up, it's because things were getting tight. Working in the middle of the night, trying to get videos up at 3 a.m. So I needed a one-day cushion, and I had this video at the ready to go up. And remember, rice is a spoon food.